Okay, so this is take two of Holding Space Sunday. Um, yeah, I recorded the read and went to edit it together, and the whole 33 minutes was MIA. So, um, what I did do though is I hadn't moved the the cards that I picked. So, in full disclosure, I'm not shuffling the cards. I've already drawn them and I'm just going to give it a go at trying to reread this and hopefully come up with the same sort of uh, conversation that we did before. Uh, yeah, so I don't know if I'll hit all the points the same as I did last time, but because most of the time when I'm doing this, I'm just free form, talking off the top of my head. So I actually don't know if I don't remember a lot of what I say. I do have to sometimes go back and watch it for myself. So, yeah, the basics that we were starting off with for Holding Space Sunday was just, continuing to sink into this energy that's coming in. We're getting blasted again with it, right? So, um, we've had lots of M class solar flares over the last 5, 6 days. And then on uh, Saturday, we had, or was it Friday? Can't remember which day. We had back to back X class solar flares. So, again, a lot of this energy coming in from the sun. Um, Lots of reports from people. Particularly, it's really interesting, people in the field of um, teaching in this new age and the spirituality, whatever we want to call this, you know, what's happening, ascension teaching, mystery school, all that stuff. A lot of those people are reporting having lots of injury or illness. So I just think, we're definitely being put through our paces. And a lot of what's going on is this, as this energy is coming in and integrating, we are feeling it in the physical body. But I also am talking to people, and it's really being felt in the emotional, spiritual, mental body as well, because there seems to be a lot of depression associated with this. And I think stemming from kind of hopelessness, where it's like we're ready to give up because, we've been doing this for so long and we're still not seeing those tangible results. But, you know, the good news is they are coming, and every day, this, you know, today's Monday, now that I'm re-recording this, and every day something new is going on, right? There's lots going on today, still even surrounding objects in the sky and what's going on with that, and whether that's, whether it is star being based or if it's, you know, within, you know, the our own world. If people, and what their plans are, and whether it's nefarious or whether it's actually a good thing. So we'll just wait and see. That's our job right now. It's just we are in the wait and see game, and while we're doing that, it's our job to not sink in to those low energies of fear and depression and things like that. Not saying not to feel those things, but make sure you're pulling yourself out, that we're not staying in that low frequency. So, whatever you need to do that, like make sure you're maybe getting out in nature, or just having lots of salt baths, working with crystals, meditating, all of that, just keeping those tools utilized and ready. Um, because unfortunately, the part is that we have to face all the darkness, and that not just included in ourselves, but in the collective and in the shadow of you know how this planet has been run up until this point. So we have to see it to to clear it, to heal it, to to transmute it. So there's going to be all kinds of information coming out. I don't suspect this is going to stop till the big date is really March. We're looking around March 23rd when Pluto goes into Aquarius, and then that veil is completely pulled back. So right now we're getting information and we're seeing things as they are, and we're exposing the lies and things like that. And it's not pretty, and it can be painful, and it can be shocking. But again, it's our job to, and that's why it's happening. Like I said, it's kind of like the energy of the event too, right? But there is going to be a solar flash event, but I think it's already happening, and it's just incremental. It's like pulsing, so that we have time to take what we see, integrate it, heal it, cleanse, clear, whatever we need to do, transmute it, and then move on to the next thing. And it'll just be us doing this work continuously. Yeah, so, and much more changes to come, but I think lots of changes by March. So, um, almost like a lot of people are talking about how it's almost like a completely different world that we'll be looking at. So, I mean, I'm all for that, because really, this one we're in right now, like at the current rate you know, of everything, it's not sustainable even on an energetic frequency. It's just too much duality and polarity, and um, you know, it's causing too much density. And we're not supposed to be living in that low density. We're supposed to be heading in towards this higher dimension or density. Um, so yeah, that's my take of where we're at the moment. Um, but I know a little bit of, because I've already read these cards last night before the video disappeared. Um, so let's get into the reading, and it really does highlight what what's the best course of action at this time. We got the Wheel of Fortune for the overall. There are an infinite number of possibilities in my life. So I yesterday equated it to, it's the Wheel of Fortune, like the game. It's like you spin the wheel, and there's little pie pieces of many things you could win, or ways you could go. So it's also just a reminder that, like, even when everything feels stuck and stagnant and it's not going anywhere, it's like, just remind yourself that you have the ability to take another spin at the wheel and get something different results, right? So a little bit of like looking at the timelines of things. It's like, it's not set that that's exactly what's going to happen. We have the ability to manifest and change our destiny, right? That's what I always say. Like, the card of Wheel of Fortune is, it's like, it's the destiny. It's already determined. Um, and so it's just, it is playing the game. But knowing that you are pretty powerful in that game, and you can change things, you can course correct things if it's not quite going the way you need to. Is like, invest the time in manifesting what you do need to see. So that's the overall theme for the week. I'm just trying to think. It looks like there's a coyote and road runners in there. That's funny. I never noticed that before. But yeah, a little bit of, sometimes there's a little bit of trickster energy coming through still. But it's, again, it's our job right now too to be really using our third eye, our intuition, and our discernment about what we believe and what we're capable of. So then I did 3 out of the portal, because again, we're still, February 2nd to 22nd in that portal gateway. So the first card we got was the angelic frequency. Angels are here. You are safe. Potent connection. So again, just that really hardcore reminder that you're not doing this alone. Each individual one of us is doing it, but we all have the, like, we have an entire team backing us up. All the angels, all our guides, all our ancestors, like, they're there. And so if you if you're having trouble feeling safe or making decisions and moving forward, um, just keep calling on them, keep asking them for help. And they're just reminding you that that connection is like, it's potent. That's the word they use. It's like, it's there, just utilize it. We also then got the higher heart activation, dropping shields, divine love, your heart is healed. So again, just, I've said this for like months and months, almost a year probably, is keep dropping back into that heart center energy. And, again, love is the only answer. Um, that's at the be all end of this all, is the goal is love, right? We're not just talking about love between people, but we're talking about divine love, which is what this card is about. And again, it's that potent connection to something higher. So just know, like, it's okay to like drop your defenses and really start emanating love, right? And your heart is being healed through this process. So just welcome it, thank it, love it. And then we got the star being healing codes, important information, wounds are healed, and recharging. I love this because it's like at the center, right, is Earth, and it is being bombarded by light and energy. So it's just reminding us again, this is meant to happen. All this energy is going to come in. So, the wounds of not just us, but and our lives, but all the previous lifetimes and our ancestors' lifetimes, um, everyone on this planet is being healed through this process. And we're just in a recharging phase right now before we can really see and envelop in the new, right? So the big key piece with this, though, is that they're just reminding you that they're there, right? Again, whether these like things in the sky that we keep seeing are actually, star beings, which is entirely possible. We don't know yet, right? And so regardless of if it's something else, there's these, our star family is still behind it, right? They're still be like, okay, we're going to start tipping people off that we're here. So again, not just like the angels, but also your galactic connections have your back, and they're just, in this card, it's just like its Earth is being transformed into higher energy, and so just it's a process that's happening, and we really don't have to do that much except maintain our own energy level so that we can go through this with a little bit more ease and grace rather than you know hurting and struggling and fighting through it. It's not really meant to be like that. All right, and then I did 3 cards because I wanted to from the Keepers of the Light deck, just to usually use this one to ask who our ascended masters and guides um, are here to help us. So the first one that came up was Freya, and this is there is a beginning within every ending. So that's what's happening. And illusions are revealed and released. So that is, again, what we're talking about here. Lots of information coming in. It's there's lots going on. Lots is being disclosed. There's lots of truths being revealed. So it's a lot. It's a lot right now. But it is an ending is approaching, and we'll be starting again. And the illusions, that's the big one, right? They're being revealed and released, which is exactly what we need. And the key part of this card is that it's called phases and cycles. So again, just reminding us that this is all meant to be. It's divinely orchestrated. It's happening the way it's supposed to. Um, you know, it's this too shall pass. Like if it's getting really hard for you right now and you're really at a loss or hopeless. Hopeless seems to be the big word that comes up for, and me too. Like I'm by no means um, an expert at this. I'm doing the journey too, and I've had days of just complete hopelessness. Like, we're never going to get this. Like, this can't possibly happen because, we're just not getting it. But we are, and we're waking up in record numbers, and you may not see it immediately. And it might be really frustrating because it's part of your family and they're just still stuck in the mud. Um, but just breathe and have some patience because they have to do that in their own time. We can't do anything for them. I know that sounds terrible, but we can lead by example, right? And be the lighthouse when they need us uh, to hold their hand and have some answers, right? So just, you know, we're doing what we always do. We're holding the line, we're keeping the faith, and we're holding the line. I can't remember what I called this video on the thumbnail, but anyway, we also got Master Buddha. So increased awareness. So that is just saying, like, right now we're in a period of, yeah, we're getting more things disclosed to us, but awareness is also that notion of being awake in the world and really taking everything in and seeing it and aware of, what we truly are, um, and just how peaceful and, loving and powerful we are as an energy, right? So it's deep connection and trust your inner voice. I mean, that was the big theme of last week's card read is, right? Is using your intuition and listening to that inner voice. How we do that too is like that's coming up strong with this card is meditating, right? Is keep connecting to the cosmic yes, Om, right? Whether you're doing Oms, listening to Oms, or just you know, sitting in your peace and your silence, right? Um, that's our big instructions right now is right to just keep doing this stuff. And then we also got Mary Magdalene, Teacher Awakens. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call and don't let anything stop you. I think this really is starting to pertain to us. If you're watching this, and you've been watching me for a little while, you've been doing your work. I know you have, because otherwise you wouldn't be coming back to watch these videos. So now the opportunities are going to start to present themselves. This doesn't mean you have to start teaching classes online or, develop a spiritual group, but you might want to. But it's time for us to start stepping up and leading and really speaking about this stuff, right? Not just keeping it as an inner job anymore. It's like the time is coming where we're going to be needed, right, to help everybody figure out what's going on and how they get through it. So we lead by example. We wait for them to come to us. And with that card, it's just saying, like, the time is close at hand. So, be in your best frequency as possible because you're going to need to start to help these people pretty soon. Yeah. Like I said, between now and March, like, mass awakening is about to happen. It's been happening, but it's going to continue to happen. So light some incense here. Because this is really heavy subject. Like, it's dense, right? Like, there's a lot of good and bad energy all around this, and so we just have to, like, make sure we're clearing the lower stuff and not letting it suck us in, and yeah, we don't want it to, like, take us down. So if you're in that place where you've gotten so into the lower frequency and you can't get yourself out, it's time to, like, do your best. So if you need help from others for that, like getting some energy work done or just, meditating more, but it's, we're just being called to start because it's really important right now that we're still doing things. In fact, I think that was the next set of cards when I read it. Okay, so what's also happening right now, right, is breaking the chain. Break the chain. Go ahead and break it. Ancestral patterns, healing, then rewriting the future, right? So, really coming to terms with the fact that, yeah, I'm seeing this a lot for people, and even myself, right? Like, I know I'm healing some family addiction issues, um, and I'm not always good at it. Not always good at it, but it's sort of why we came here to do this stuff, right? So, um, it's still, as hard as it is, making sure we're doing the work. Um, if you're here and you have that ancestral, and you know what that is, it's like, you are here healing it right now. And you might not feel like you're doing a lot, but it's happening, right? So we just need to stop getting in our own way and really working on this. So that was the next card we got, was transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level, like deep, deep healing, it's called. So this is where I keep saying to you is like, we may not see things tangibly, and we may think, oh, well, I'm not doing a really good job of healing this lineage, our family ancestral issues. But even just like the sheer, by shining the spotlight on it and being aware of it is enough, right? And that starts the process of alchemically changing that energy and that frequency. So, I mean, definitely there's lots of work you can do around it, but just know this is really what's happening. And I think this is where a lot of us are getting trapped right now, because we keep coming up against these same issues and we're like, God, I dealt with this. It's almost like, you know, we're just in that last little bit of a purge where there's just one more, like, purge and shine, cleanse it up, that we need to do. And so, just keep, again, just keep going, just keep swimming. um, and just know things are transforming and healing and changing. So, even if we can't see it, it's happening at a deep level. And how we nurture that and help it along is by doing our work of, keeping our vibration as high as possible. So, um, what came up also, that was, dance with life, and it's do something to change your energy. So this might be actual movement itself, or like you said, getting out into nature, um, and finding different frequencies to resonate with or at. Because if you are stuck and stagnant, it's like we need to, like, get you moving in a different way. So yeah, this really feels like it's a lot of, like, do some physical movement, whether that's Tai Chi or actual dance, or just, yeah, getting out in nature and hiking, whatever we're going to do. And it's funny because we had that Mary Magdalene card with the teacher, and then we also got the priestess card, which is, how are you being called to step up and lead? So again, those answers may not be coming to you right in this moment when we're talking, but what this is trying to key us into is that the time is coming, right? So when we are in meditation, it's starting to listen to our inner voice, and then taking that information out, and sharing it with those who are ready. Like, you'll know if someone's ready or not. Like, don't bombard them with stuff. If it's better if they come and ask, but just recognize that, like, the time is coming where there's a lot of questions going to need to be answered, by people, and that's what we're here to do. And that is a teaching in itself. Is like, so even if you're just helping someone make it through one question about what's going on, that's enough, right? We don't need to lead a big group of people. But eventually, like I'm seeing, we're going to start in these little little veins, right? So wow, it's that terrible hair commercial. Like, I told two friends and then they told two friends. But that's, that's the flower of life, right? So it's like we're just going to start on that one petal and we're going to talk to maybe two people, and then those two people are going to go talk to two more people. Um, and then eventually, but that all binds us together and combines us together. So, and then the last set of cards that I did were the uh, Starseed Oracle. Again, just because there's definitely, you know, whether what's going on with all these objects in the sky is orchestrated by something here on Earth, or whether it is our star seed family, kind of like, hi, we're here. They've always been here for a long time. And I just listened to a channeling yesterday from the Galactic Federation, and they are definitely, they're like, you're gonna see us more in the skies for sure. And like, again, more tangible, sort of the veil pulled off and actually seeing, right? Okay, so let me see. I remember the order I had these in. Oh yeah, right. Okay. So the first card relates back to the beginning with the Wheel of Fortune, and it's life is a canvas. Your life is a canvas. Artist, manifestation, creative accountability. So again, it's just reminding us that part of our work, besides the meditation and those sorts of things, is the manifestation piece. Again, where we're working on the what do we want to see and actively dreaming, painting, whatever we're doing, however we're creating that, and really being accountable in terms of, like not dropping the ball on this, like keep manifesting and keep manifesting for, the best case scenario for yourself and all of this world. So yeah, it was just a reminder again, we're still doing the work. And then it's interesting because and then the next one was Inner Earth, which is you'll survive this, new solutions and beginnings. Again, these are the reminders from our star family. Like, okay, they're like, number one, keep manifesting because that's your job right now. Number two, you're going to be okay. You're going to survive this. Don't give up. Number two is don't give up. New solutions and new beginnings are on the horizon. So, and then number three, and it was funny because I drew this card yesterday, and in this deck, I don't even remember seeing this card, so it's completely new to me. But it was the blue flame, and it's spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration time. That's what I ended up calling this video. I remember now. So that's rule number three from our galactic family is things are transmuting and changing, and our energy is shifting. There's deep healing happening. All of those things. We have to allow time for those to integrate into our body. Again, this is why it's happening in small increments and it's not like one big blast, because that would be too much for most souls. Most of us, even people who've been doing this a long time, it might be very disconcerting, right? We don't want it to be a process that is like disconcerting and throws us completely off, right? This small incremental way of doing it, again, it's divinely orchestrated, and you got to give them some props. Like they planned this well because they knew about these physical bodies too. Also, we're not going to handle this super. There's lots of aches and pains. There's lots of, you know, malaise and illness, and again, and the mental body too. The sadness, the depression, but the key right now is that, like I keep saying, we have to shut that fear faucet off because we just keep feeding into that energy and then manifesting more of it. So I know it's tricky sometimes to pull yourself out of that situation, but it's so critical that anytime we can, we're working on all those things, manifesting, um, not giving up, all of creating, all of those things, because, you know, again, we're integrating and being, that's another big piece of it, is in a state of ease and grace and peace, because and allowing these things to integrate, and going with the flow and that kind of thing, and not really trying to fight it or like understand it necessarily, but just being a part of it and allowing it to do its work. So, and then the last card we got was Star Family. You're part of a team of souls. Call in support. So again, I think this is really alluding to, it's like the angel card from the beginning. The angelics are there for us. What was the other one that are there for us? I don't even remember. Anyway, we have a team of energy. Oh yeah, it's the star beings again. Star family, star beings. It's like we need to start opening our mind to the fact that this is all here for us. They've got our back, and they're our biggest cheering section, and they get just as wounded and hurt when we feel lost and stuck. So ask for, integration of that light. Ask for your team of souls to connect. Call in support, and this might be physically the souls that are here on this planet working with us and in our same mindset. So it might be a little bit of a calling to start, that teacher thing, or like getting a group together and just starting to talk about this stuff, because I know people are going through such tremendous things, and we feel like we're burdened and shouldering this all alone, but that's so not the case, right? Even though all of us are going through it, sometimes it is just best to sit down and talk with one another, right? And it makes you feel better when you're not doing it alone, or like you can say like, hey, this has been happening to me and I don't really understand it. And then having, someone say right back to you like, hey, guess what? Me too. And this is my experience. And yeah, it's just our star beings and our family, our light family, is reminding us that things are changing and shifting. Let's be in it as ease and graceful as possible, if that's possible, and just don't give up and keep doing the work. And just know this is all divinely orchestrated. It is meant to happen. It's happening like it should. Um, and the best way we preserve ourselves is just keeping our frequency as high as we can, right? Our energy, and in that state of love, because love is all there is. Speaking of that, I'm going to wrap this up now. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Beginning, as we always do, finding yourself in a comfortable position, relaxed in your body. Beginning to slow your breath, closing your eyes, and then breathing in through the nose and out through your mouth 3 times. Breathe, relax, and release. Imagine you are standing on a mountain range made of clear quartz crystal. This crystal range extends out for miles in either direction. Breathe and rest. You feel the solidness of the quartz beneath your feet. A faint vibration can be felt under your feet and through your body. Gazing at the crystal below, a faint white light begins to flicker. Then small flickers can be seen all across the mountain range. Breathe and rest. The glints of light now increase in intensity. It is bright, pulsing electrical white light. This light begins to expand up. You feel a buzzing sensation in your feet and legs. The light envelops root chakra. Its intense energy washes away all fears and offers a healing gift of support and security. Breathe and rest. The brilliance of the white light increases even more, traveling up your body to the hip area and now encompassing all of the lower body. This white light is warm and reassuring. Here at sacral chakra, the light washes away feelings of boredom and offers us the gifts of pleasure, play, and creativity. Breathe and rest. As the light intensifies even larger, it expands to encompass your belly. The light, though intense, is soothing in its vibration. Here at solar plexus chakra, the light washes away low self-esteem, negative self-talk, and self-sabotage. It offers us a gift of confidence and the ability to make positive choices. Breathe and rest. The light continues upward, illuminating the center of our chest, our heart chakra. It washes away loneliness and hopelessness and offers a gift of inner peace, harmony, and love. Rest here a moment. Feel the warmth and the brilliance of this white light as it intensifies and brightens with every single heartbeat. Breathe and rest. The light now moves upward again, enveloping our throat. It is buzzing now in a brilliant, blinding white. Here at throat chakra, it washes away disconnection and all the bottled up emotions. In its place, it gives us the gift of personal power and the expression of our truth. Breathe and rest. The light now moves up to encompass our full body and head. At our brow chakra between our eyes, it washes away negative thought patterns. The gift it presents is knowledge and connection to the other realms. Breathe and rest. The white light has now fully encompassed us and extends out into our aura. We can feel it oscillating and pulsing all around us, and it continues to increase. At the crown chakra, just above the top of our head, the light washes away any depression, alienation, overthinking, and living in our heads. All the what ifs wash away. It offers us the gift, instead, of higher purpose and divine connection to source energy. Pausing here again, allow the light to expand and grow so that we are enveloped in a bubble of pure, white, healing light. Breathe and rest and allow this integration to occur. From above us now, we connect to Source by beaming down a light column of pure white light coming into the top of your head, through the core of the body, and down to the feet. The intensity is powerful and concentrated now. It meets at heart center. The light extends from heart all the way down both arms into the palms of the hands. The crystal bed beneath our feet refracts the white light through our body, turning all beams to rainbow rays of light. Bringing your hands together at heart center, feel the energy between your hands. Now turning your palms outward, share this energy with the collective, with Gaia, and with all of the universe. Breathe and rest. Bringing hands now back to heart center. Just placing both hands on your chest. Connecting that pure white love energy at heart center. Just allowing that energy to expand. The energy of pure love. For love is the answer, the only answer. All it is all love. Take in another deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Feel that heart expansion. Expanding that energy of love and the white light all around the body. Feeling safe, secure, and loved, at peace, at ease, full of grace. And again, just resting here as it integrates. And taking in 3 deep breaths again, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Beginning now slowly to bring your awareness back into your space of meditation. Taking all this energy, though, with you into your sleep, into your day. Knowing that this energy is needed at this time. This love energy, this light energy. Keeping us safe and secure and able to be in service to others. Taking in one final nice big deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Saying here a prayer of thanks and gratitude. Making sure you're feeling fully grounded and connected back into your body and into the space. Putting a smile upon your face. And then when you're ready, you may open your eyes.